I believe we are live. So welcome, 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 goddesses. It is such an honor to be having this beautiful being here with us, Nicole Pemberton. And I'm Allie McPhee, as most of you know, a women's health and nutrition coach and hormone balancing chef and certified tantric practitioner. And we are blessed to have something super juicy today where we actually get to move and groove in this Facebook group. Oftentimes I'm sharing information and downloads, but today we're going to be led by a womb dance by Nicole. And so before we get started, I want to introduce who this goddess is. Again, her name is Nicole Pemberton. She is a dance artist, creatrix of the goddess moves, and an embodiment goddess coach. Nicole weaves movement, alchemy, divine embodiment, womb wisdom, and ancestral practices within our modern society. She has trained and performed with various respected dance artists and choreographers in Canada and internationally. Her formal education included obtaining a diploma and bachelor's of arts, specializing in dance, choreography, and performance. She has presented her own choreography and spoken word works on stage. Always learning, she also has completed her Reiki 1 and 2 certification, crystal healing certification, health coach certification with IIN, and certified temple body artist with the completion of Sophia Tom's Temple Body Arts Global Mentorship Program. And so, Nicole, welcome, welcome, welcome. So excited to have you here. And I've been watching your videos online where you are with all these women and you're dancing and you're leading women to literally connect to their inner feminine. The goddess moves, the name of your business. And so, again, it's an honor having you here to share the womb dance with us. And lastly, ladies, I just wanted to share that Nicole is an alumni of Juicy Feminine Leadership Academy, which a lot of you have been hearing about lately. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that experience that she went through as well. So welcome, Nicole. Loving you. Deep arms.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for having me in this space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. So before we dive further into the womb dance, just curious, since, it's been a minute since you and I have got to fully dive in and chat. Since your Juicy Feminine Leadership experience, I would love to know, maybe one or two main takeaways that have shifted in your life since you took that program. How has that experience shifted the way that you're operating in your life and your business? I would love to hear.
So when I took the Juicy Feminine Leadership, it was during a really potent time. I was healing from surgery, from physical womb removal of my fibroids. So I had a very physical womb clearing. And within that healing journey, I was in the midst of the program. So it really was, I believe it really was essential. One of the essential things that helped me energetically and practically with having the healing tools and the self-care tools to help my healing journey through a very intense womb clearing. And then, so just even the nutritional wisdom and the alchemy of using foods to really heal the body and to attune to the moon cycle was pivotal for me. And then after, when it was done, I was lit up. There was like this sense of urgency, not so much as an urgency, but there was a sense of, there was this support, guided support of like, okay, we are women, we are divine women, and for us to sit and have these things bubbling inside of us, it's like the time, I remember, I think it was on the last call, it was like, we are being called to bring these things out into the world. It is time. It's no longer time to sit on them. It's like, okay, let's put a firecracker and a button, let's go. And that really stirred me up and said, okay, I think this is a value of what it was stirring inside of me. And I was like, I was thinking that, and I was propelled to be, all right, let's put this into action. Let's get out there and really start to be living these practices and to live what is stirring up inside me. From the fibroid removal, I was in a space where I could not hold any creative juiciness inside me anymore. I could not hold emotions I couldn't, there was no bearing them. It's like bleh, it had to come out. So it really helped to propel and say, you are anointed, you are royal, you are divine, we have the power. Let's get out there and go. So it helped to give me that motivation and confidence to really get out there and start. And I think that's the main thing, is to start. It's like, okay, we're always going to train, we're always going to learn more, and we're always going to do more. But I had to start, and that really gave me the jumping point.
Totally. I feel you. What you're saying is so big, and it's bringing me back to that time too, when you were going through that surgery process. And I want to address a few things that you said. Like, for anyone who's had challenges with their reproductive health and pain, endometriosis, fibroid, cysts over and over again, and have felt that in-depth pain and feel like for some reason going through surgery is not spiritual enough, or that experience that can come up around like, oh, all the icky feelings around having surgery. I remember we talked a lot about like how this is a clearing, and whatever process that you choose is divine, and you get to be the creatrix of this and heal your body. And like, I love hearing this part of your journey, and I've seen how much like you said, you're like, okay, I had this clearing. I was too full of all of this stuff, and I needed to let it go. And that surgery was that process for you. And then after that clearing, you've taken full force in your work. You've embraced your divine feminine visions, and you're offering this to other women. And you've even studied with other mentors and traveled to Costa Rica. Like, you've been boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
So any women that are listening to this that are like, whoa, yes, I've been in pain in my physical body and my cycles, or any woman that feels like they have trauma and that they have these creative visions that just aren't coming to life because there's so much density of like ancestral stuff or past experiences with beloveds and our sexuality. Juicy Feminine Leadership gives you these tools to work through that trauma, clear out those blockages, and own your queen's journey, own your creatrix journey, and birth your magic from that space. So thank you for sharing that. I know that's vulnerable to talk about, and yeah, just deep bows to you again. Like, I want every woman or every person, every being to be like, here's my dharma, here's my vision, and I'm living it, full on living it.
Well, I mean, it's not, there's so much more layers into what it means to truly take care of yourself and truly taking care of your body. I mean, just that phrase, taking care of yourself, has so many different layers, because you're looking at the mind, you're looking at your soul, you're looking at your physical body, then you start to journey into past stories, past trauma, patterns, and your present life. You look at the relationships, you look at your like career, how you're implementing your gifts, how you are behaving with other people, where you're I mean, when you really dig deep, that's, it's not like the happy place we want to go to, we rather, it's like you want to just go and have a laugh and go have a drink with some friends, or go to see a movie and just forget about things and just go on with your life, right? unfortunately, what that does is that if we just forget about it and stuff it down and say we don't want to think about it, it gets trapped in the body. And you know this as well. Our wombs are so fragile, and this is like the epicenter of all those things. And when what I learned from my from journeying through my fibroids, because I didn't know all this, I knew none of this. You know, when they said fibroids, I'm like, I heard a little bit, but I was like, okay, what is this? And how do I go? What is the holistic way of looking at this space other than cut it, chop it, medicine, birth control, you know, done. And and then, okay, what do you want to do? And none of those things made me feel good at all. So it was through that made me question, and made me also be my own advocate to say there's got to be something more to this.
Totally.
You know.
Boom.
So, yeah.
So powerful. Thank you for saying that. And yeah, it comes up to this, I feel, the concept of the divine feminine rising. You know, this world is very like, okay, rigid, scientifically, you know, wake up 9 to 5, like do this, here's the process, this to this. And I hear you like going deeper. Like, okay, yeah, life can be stressful. Yeah, going through the motions can be challenging. And how do we stop and we really listen, and we really listen to our womb, which we're going to be able to do today? And how do we ask those deeper questions, like that may not be comfortable, like you were saying, you know, it can feel sometimes too much and we just want to numb it out. But going into the root and finding that strength and claiming that is so powerful for being able to hold more of our creative energy and being able to hold others even more in the service that we're doing. And it takes big strength, and that clearing itself, like you said, changes everything all over around us. It can change the way we're interacting in our relationships with our lover, with work, with our coworkers, you know, everything. So it's a big transformation, and what you're speaking to is huge. And yeah, in order for women to really feel that strength, I feel, which was the essence of Juicy Feminine Leadership, is tuning into your womb, is tuning into your yoni. So that's where we get to go to today. I know that you've got this beautiful womb dance that you know, you guide people in much longer sessions in it, but we are going to get a taste of it today, which is, again, like I said at the beginning of this interview, super fun, because most of the interviews that we do here are meditations and conversations. So being able to actually dance, yum, like shockified. So
but yeah, even just taking that space to I believe movement is the purest form of really connecting into the body. Unless you're doing like energy work or massage, or somebody else is doing it for you, we really don't have that physical connection with our bodies until we move. And that idea of like, yeah, when you said meditation and slowing down, you know, I mean, in our world right now, good luck to slow down. And sometimes, and, you know, it was just, we're in this world where it's just like, it's popping, we're going and going. And just to be able to just have a moment within the go, 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 because our lives are not going to get any less busier.
right.
And so it's just like in our society, making the time, whether it's 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 seconds, you know, being able to bring in that awareness. So within the womb dance, what we're going to do is I'm going to get up actually.
Right on.
And I'm just going to put my chair away.
Okay. Should I get up too? Should we all get up?
Yes, we should all get up.
Cool. And anyone who's on call watching, we'll have some time at the end for comments if you have questions, or if you're going to want to express what we just went through. So Feel free to interact more later, but yeah, let's do this.
So before I get some music on, just kind of shaking out the body, shaking out the arms, shaking out the hips, shaking out the legs. Just let it all go. And you can make sounds too, whether it feels good, you'd be like, breath, or just let this go. And this is such a beautiful energy clearing right here to really shake out any energy that is just like, you know what, feeling really stagnant, need to really just let it go. Or you want to awaken the body, or you just really want to feel connected. And don't forget to breathe. And whatever is going through your body or your mind, just honor it. Try not to stuff it, just let it flow. Maybe it's something you need to come back to, but for now, just honor that love for your body, for your crown, your third eye, your expression, your throat, your heart, your womb, and your connection into Mother Earth. Feeling that energy, bringing it down to a simmer. I'm feeling I hope you can hear the music okay.
Perfect.
And ladies, this is a judgment-free zone. How you move is how you move, and it's exquisite. How I move is how I move. How Ali moves is how Ali moves. And I want you, as you are finding your flow, finding your rhythm, maybe sink in to the hips a little more. Maybe give them a little bit of a circular motion. This is our epicenter of creation, of juiciness, of life, of our emotions. Let's give it a little break. And if you feel a little bit of tension, feel a little extra softer in that area. Maybe you can ask that area, what's happening over here? What is the message that you want to share with me? And if it feels good, move your head freely and gently. Maybe give your hips a little bit of a circle. And bringing your arms up overhead, feeling the energy from above. Shower yourself all the way down, front and back. Down, down into the earth. Scooping the energy from the earth, bringing it back up. Creating this bubble, this energy, a connection from the earth to the physical. giving thanks to your whole body, your head, shoulders, back, arms, chest, breast, ribs, hips, tummy, your yoni, your butt, your legs, knees, calves, toes, your foot pads, the connection to the fertile Mother Earth, giving the energy that you need to recycle and compost into
small business,
the Mother Earth.
You need the right amount at the right time.
Feeling taking all of that bringing your hands just to seal up our practice. Bringing your hands either in front, blessing your third eye, blessing your throat, your heart, your womb. Taking a deep breath in, inhale. Let the sound come out. Inhale in. One more inhale. And we're going to call in Lakshmi, the goddess Lakshmi. She fills us up with the reminder of abundance, of financial wealth, of beauty. And she also calls us to ignite your gifts, ignite your passions, ignite what is tickling your belly, that really is just calling you and saying, listen to me. That idea that keeps popping up, that thought that keeps calling, the lyric in the song that jumps out and says, oh, what? Oh, okay. The conversation that was not meant for you, but was actually meant for you. That little pop of intuition, that is the message. Those are messages for you. And the message is to act. Don't wait. Write, draw, paint, walk, run. But start. Answer the calling. And Lakshmi is there to help guide you. So if you're in that space, ladies, where there is something bubbling in you, where there's something that you need to reconcile, that you need to rewrite, if you are in your dream space and you're calling in something different, if you're not in your dream space and you're calling in for that manifestation to bloom and blossom and flourish, you have everything that you need. But you need to remember and listen. So ask in your womb, ask in your heart, what is the guidance you have for me? And the answer will come to you. And whatever bubbles up in your head after this, I want you to grab a journal and start to write. And whatever comes out, comes out. And say thank you and give gratitude. Blessings, sisters.
Deep bows. Thank you, Nicole. Wow. Oh, can I share about my experience?
Yeah, go for it.
And I'm sure either you all are all writing in your journal, or maybe you're wanting to type into the comments and share what came up for you, or share about your experience, and even share if you had any resistance or blocks. That's also beautiful as well. So I would love to share. I'm going to bring up the Facebook group real quick so I can see what you are all posting. I would love to share what came up for me. So I'm leaving town in a few days, and there's a lot that I'm holding and preparing for, and I'm going down to San Diego and LA. So if anyone's watching, I'm going to be offering some workshops there. But as I prepare to leave, it's, if anyone can relate, when they're leaving town, there's just a lot to do right before. And I've been just feeling like I've been on the computer a lot, writing a lot, doing a lot of like sticking to strong schedules. So for me, just being able to move and flow and be wild and be messy and unlock my hips, like my whole body just softened. And that deep feeling of like, oh, okay, like now I'm connected to my hips, now I'm connected to my yoni, now I can feel the earth below me. Like that was my process. And when you asked us about, what's the message, what I got, the lights just flickered a little bit right now too. Yeah, I'm like, whoa, what is this? And I'm going to probably spend some time journaling. But my message was miracles. I heard the word miracles. And so I'm going to contemplate that. There's more to that story, but yeah, that was my message, and I'm excited to explore it more. So thank you, beloved.
Yeah.
It was super juicy.
You're welcome. Yeah. And as we were going through it, I was just visualizing you and all of you out there, ladies, divine human beings, just dropping in and just exhaling and releasing. And I mean, we did that for about 5-6 minutes. Ladies, sometimes that's all it takes to shift, just to shift where we are. I had a beautiful gathering with young ladies earlier, and we were talking about that same thing. Being able, it's very easy for us to go into that negative of whatever it is. But once we get into the positive, sometimes it's a little bit challenging, but once you're there, everything just, it's like this, okay, I can do this. I'm ready. I know what to do, or the path is a little less muddy. It's more clear, and there's breath, and there's light, and there's hope, and there's that connection of saying, okay, I have this in me. And we get knocked off of our alignment, and it's these practices that bring us back into that stream of consciousness, into that stream of belief, and saying, okay, we're here, we're present, we can do this.
Beautiful, my love. This is so yummy. There are some sisters saying hello. Naomi.
Hi.
Very neat with a big smile. Hi, Naomi. We have Simone also giving some like emoji claps and eyes of like, what are those heart eyes that are like, yeah, thanks, sister. Oh, Becca's here too. Hi, Becca. She's saying hello with a heart. Yeah, so if anyone would like to share your experience of the womb dance, and you don't have to, like, if you're still journaling away and you've literally had downloads like I did, miracles, I'm like, what? I'm so excited to explore that further. I'm going to let you know, Nicole. Maybe I'll post more in this group later in the comments about my download. But yeah, for anyone who's still integrating, you're welcome to write in the comments or even ask us questions. And anyone who is watching this in the future, because this will stay posted in the Facebook group, you're also welcome to share your comments as well. And we will check and see what you said. So while we're giving space for everyone to do that, there are just a few more things that I want to ask you about, Nicole, as well as I want to share a few more things too. So where can we find you? What are you up to lately?
Oh, what am I up to? Well, you can find me. I'm on all the social links. So you can find me on my business is called The Goddess Moves. So The Goddess, Moves. And you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, and my website. So my website is www.thegoddessmoves.space, which I find that web address so serendipitous because we're all wanting space. And at the time when I picked it, it was like I was calling in space to devote to these works and practices in my business. So that is my website, www.thegoddessmoves.space. And within that, if you go to my website, you will be gifted with 3 really active embodiment meditation practices. So it's really juicy. And then if you are in Canada, in Western Canada, I do have a retreat coming up February 22nd, or if you want to travel to Canada, come on down. February 22nd, full day, Embodied Womb Wisdom Retreat. It's going to be sisterhood, ignition, and connection and alchemy, and it's going to be fantastic. And then I will be speaking at an event called Women Talk Africa on February 28th. It is a panel of 8 women and sharing their stories, and it's going to be fantastic.
Is that online or is that in person?
I will be showing my talk online. It will be posted live, and the Women Talk will be in person. So it's a live gathering. And then on February 22nd, again, if you're in Calgary, Alberta, I will also be speaking at a Boss Babe conference in the evening. So February is very full and lots of goodies. So every month there is a half day or full day retreat coming up in the next few months. So if you go to my Facebook page or go on my website, you will see all the details there.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, feel free to post all that in this Facebook group too, in links, so we can check that out further as well. So Naomi says that she wants to do a womb dance. Oh, love. Oh, and then I see that she said she must have missed it. Yep. Watch the recording of this video and you'll get to do the full on juicy dance. In fact, I think I'm going to replay this in the morning when I wake up so I can be dancing with you all sisters before I start my day. Lauren is saying, I was enjoying watching both of you dance and trying your moves out. Oh, that's funny.
Yes.
I was like sometimes watching Nicole. Beautiful, and totally encouraging you to listen to your womb and move your body with your womb. Like, what does your womb want to say as it's flowing? That energy current is flowing through your body. Becca says, it felt so great to move first of all. And as I got connected to my body, I felt fear in my chest. Moving my body brought awareness to this block I'm feeling around my business and personal growth. Fear that I won't make enough, be enough. Fear that I am just not working fast enough. There seems to be a block around creative expression that I have been working to release. I felt a combination of joy and fear. Wow, so powerful, sister. Thank you for your vulnerability. Do you want to speak to that at all, Nicole, or about feeling this tense restriction in your body while you're dancing?
Yeah, I mean, that is so, the body is so it gives you what you need, right? It's so spot on. And I love all of, sorry, what was the name of the person who said that?
Becca,
I love how you were able to get all that information as you were moving, and through a place of non-judgment, but witnessing what was happening in your body and seeing how the movement translated into what's happening in your business and what's happening with you energetically, and seeing the dots of being able to connect of where you need to release. And I can so identify with where you're at. And I'll offer this piece of wisdom. When we're in this space of we want so much for our business to thrive and all these things happening in our lives, while we're going, we're busy, we're doing, we're making things happen and this and this and that, and we want it so bad, the opposite can happen, which I noticed in myself, is that there's tension, there is constriction in, and as you talked about, that fear of, will I be able to do it? Can I do it? But I can do it. I am on the right track, but when is it happening? I want it to happen now, right? We all want it to happen now. But in the process, the body is doing this. There is this want, need, get, go. And there isn't space for that relaxation, that space for the flow, to allow those gifts, to allow those opportunities, to allow those moments and the ideas and the solutions to flourish, right? So we absolutely can be in action. And I'm so proud of you for sticking to being in action and answering the call to what you are doing. Now, I offer you this piece of, where can you allow that space to call in within the divine feminine flow and really feel and embody? So even as you move, what does it feel like to be in the space of this beautiful business that you are cultivating? What is the feeling of, like, you are in this, while you are present, giving thanks to all these goodies and all these things you have manifested at this present time? How does it feel like to be in the space where you are calling in all your divine clients and be like, I didn't even like the word clients, your divine collective, right? Embodying that feeling allows this extra space to be like, yes, I'm in it. And I'm present right now with all these gifts right in front of me. I've got this business going. I have a roof over my head. There's food in the fridge. I might only have $30, but damn it, I have $30. Woo! Okay, you understand? So as we are building and as you're growing, I offer you, if you choose to do a movement practice once a day for 30 days, or your meditation practice, whatever it is that really helps you to drop into your body and allow you to feel all the things that you want to feel, and also recognize the spaces that need to be cleared, right? Because there's a deeper feeling of, there's a deeper awareness about, okay, the fear. Where is that fear coming from? Who told you you can't be successful? Who told you you have to X, Y, and Z? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
I'm
feels
feeling
complete.
so turned on right now.
Becca, I hope that helps you. And ladies, I hope that gives you a little juice as well. And yes, and continue on that journey and opening, and also that deep honoring of where you're presently at and what you're recognizing. And that's such a beautiful thing, to recognize it so you can address it, heal it, and clear it. And this is a practice. This doesn't stop. Yeah. So I hope that helps.
Oh yeah, that was gorgeous. Thank you. I'm sure Becca's like, oh. I'm sure we're all like, oh. Lastly, Carla says, I've been wanting to dance for days. Oh, Carlita, I love you. And made space tonight for it. So it felt divine to catch this live session to get me started. I'll be dancing in my dream time tonight. Thank you. Beautiful.
Yeah. Good
Oh,
stuff.
I love it. Yeah. So, ladies, thank you for coming and tuning into your bodies, making space to be embodied for these deep emotions. And yeah, I kept thinking, Nicole, because I also want to invite those who are listening to, I've been talking about Juicy Feminine Leadership all week. That's my online academy. Nicole and I, we're talking about it at the beginning of this call. She's a alumni of it. Yay. Yeah, I'm like so honored to have been able to support you in this foundation. And I kept thinking about that analogy you were giving with just life, like, oh, I'm building the business, I'm going, and like how constricted we can get. And in Juicy Feminine Leadership, we learn a few different sensual practices that we do live together. One, the yoni massage practice, and then another, the jade egg. And we talk about how the pelvic floor muscles, like you can think about your neck and your back and everything just gets tense, and then how like life isn't flowing. Same thing can happen with your yoni, your vagina. The muscles in your pelvic floor can tense up and restrict your creative flow. So you're showing up, you're writing the emails, you're designing your workshops, but it's just not coming through, or your computer suddenly crashes and you lose all your documents and like, oh, what is this block? So we learn these practices like yoni internal massage and how to work with the jade egg to tonify the pelvic floor muscles, uncover trauma and stories and tension that can be located in our sacral chakra, and be able to free up that energy, feel more orgasmic, and then be more of that creative vessel. So if anyone's curious about this practice, I have an application that I'm going to post for Juicy Feminine Leadership. And Naomi's saying thank you. Becca's also saying thank you. She did appreciate the response. Yeah.
Happy to hear
So yeah, I want to honor your time, Nicole. I want to honor everyone else's time. Please feel free, everyone, and Nicole, you included, to post in this Facebook group. Again, it's a collective. We want to hear all of your voices. It takes a village, and we want to hear how you're weaving. We want to hear your poetry. We want to hear about your beautiful offerings. We want to hear where you're stuck. We want to hear your questions. This is what this group is for. And so, yeah, just wanting to give deep bows, and then one more big like clap to our amazing facilitator here. Like, how can I transport you through this? Like, get in my room now and let's dance all night.
They had it on Star Trek. I'm sure that they're NASA or someone's working on that. But yeah.
Love it. I can't wait till I get to dance with you in person. Seriously. Holding space for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you for bringing me into this space. Thank you, ladies, for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure feeling you all, sending so much love and so much abundance and so much overflow, serving from your overflow. I wish and I send that upon you as you go through your evening, as you go through your days, as you go through your week, 2020 and beyond.
Deep bows.
Awesome.
Love and light. Bye, everyone.